think I want because nothing more. And we're live on a Friday then. Friday the 13th. Do. Here, do. You ready to get on with it? Let's get it on. What's up, everyone? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, what I've seen, what I post in my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Where we at? All over the place. I got this weird download. I was going to talk about 5 different things this morning. And then I stopped what I was doing while in the middle of finishing a task. I heard grooming. I want to talk about grooming and conditioning. Really? Where does that come from? I don't know. I was doing paperwork and it came to me. Realistically, yeah. Where did it really come from? Truly? I was thinking about, I was reliving conversations with Bobby and I just saw this. You know what I mean? It's like, and it went in, it starts with one thought and it expands. That's how thought is. It blows up and to a big bad, balloon. And the truth is like you're always trying to condition or groom or not necessarily coerce, but you're in a relationship. You're trying to mold this person into what you want them to be. Really? Yeah, that came to me. Maybe don't. If you don't like who they are, just leave them alone. Unless you want to play, fucking Bob the Builder or, rebuild this man or woman to your liking, to your specification. What does that mean? Well, some of it needs to be really evaluated. Do they really need to, do these things need to change for you to feel happy? Or are you just being petty? Do they really cause you discomfort? Or is it just something that you haven't learned how to tolerate in a person? Which is coming down to acceptance. Is this really just unacceptable behavior that you always have to keep pointing out? Really? They're simple things that, they're irritations that you wish you didn't have to deal with and you can keep nagging at them, but it'll never change. Is it worth the nagging that you're going to walk out on it or maybe just stop the fight? Yeah, I don't know. People are always trying to, like, little by little. That's what it is. I think so. I go back to this kind of weird conversation. We had very few. He only opens up sometimes. And it was something like, I felt like he was grooming me. Really? Like he wanted me to be what she is for him. Really? I felt that. And I rebelled against that real hard. It's like, I'm not that bitch. Go stay with that bitch. Really? Yeah, that came to me right now. What else came to me? Oh, God. Wolfman shared a funky video. I'm just like sitting here quiet. My chest is starting to go off. You guys are killing me. Really? And then Steve's love tarot comes out. He's like right off the gate. First card, he's like, they think you have it too easy. I was like, take it easy, bro. I turned the video off right there. Really? Dude, if you think my life is easy, then you don't even know what my life is about. Do you know what it feels like? You don't. And I try to tell you all fucking day. I have absolutely no control, which I've released. Or I don't know. Looking back at it, did I ever? You know what I mean? But I don't have a control over the day. I can wake up with the best intentions and I'm going to get dressed and I have all kinds of plans for this day, but it's not my day. I will step outside and the energy will say no, which is pretty much all the time. God doesn't want me out in the streets. It's almost like a Jasmine thing. I want to leave the palace, the Jade Palace, and go see go be like other people. But I'm not like other people. And if I do get out there, he'll quickly show me that this was not safe. This was not a good idea. Really? Oh, I learned that enough trying to sneak off. I'm just going to go have a little fun. I'll be back. I'll be back. Really? It was a hard comeback. Realistically, not so much, but I'm just saying that it's like my day is completely ruled by God. The energy, the flow, anything that comes in, anything that goes out, and especially on a Friday, Friday the 13th, any day, really, you don't understand that. That's what it means. So they see that everything comes easy. No, bitch, where'd you come from? You haven't been watching for 3 years of me being guided by a freaking Holy Spirit, a fucking the unseen. You didn't see that. You just see where it's guiding me now, but you didn't see where it guided me before. And that's what makes me so successful is because I follow the guidance. And even far more, where my chest hurts and I want to blow fire in your fucking face, but I already brushed my teeth. Dude, I'm getting so worked up. This is all Friday energy. I was feeling so groovy until I got into this conversation. Really, I feel like you have no respect for what I've been through and who I am, as how I've had to lose my I wouldn't even say status, but identity, to have this identity in God. And the identity is I just do whatever God says all day. I'm a faithful priestess of God based on the planets, bro. That's how stupid it is. I don't do anything that the planets don't push on me. I do everything that God pushes on me. It's weather, it's planets, it's stars, call it the cards. And that's where it is. Bobby said something. He's like, I don't know why your cards and your gods are always lying to you. Ooh, what did God do to you for that one? I forgot. That's why we stopped talking. I always be forgetting. Really? Fuck. That's okay. For that one comment, I probably hit you with 250,000 other fucking hateful comments. Really? You've never let that down. If you put down the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, realistically, that's all. It's not the cards. It's a feeling, and I show you. By the time I pull out the cards, it's just confirmation to what God's already drugged me through. Why? Because I knew, I felt it. And with that, it's like, I had all kinds of life experiences and I had a life painted out in my head and I wanted to live a certain life. And I gave up that life to sit around here all fucking day waiting for a blow in the wind to get me going. I want to do things and I want to see things and I want to go places. But those things, those wants have to be sacrificed and I have to do what God has called me to do. And in doing that, yeah, it looks like it's easy, but it's not. I've made it look easy. It's not easy to just sit still. And realistically, I mean, in the stillness, that's where it is like there's a reason for it, but you don't know how hard it was in the beginning and where this is, you know what I mean? You're just seeing the manifestations of the very first thing he promised. And it took me 3 years to walk in that promise. What did he promise you and you haven't done shit about? My chest hurts about this. Really? Anybody that thinks that I got it easy is disrespecting exactly what I do over here. Because what I do, nobody else does. Because it's not easy. It's simple. You think it is. Then go join a fucking Buddhist temple and give it all up, Wolfman. If you think what we do is so easy, then do it yourself. If you think there's another way that you can live a great life in the material world and still be disconnected with the gods, you're fucking tripping. That's all in your mind. Jesus said, don't live by the flesh, but by the spirit. My flesh, it's Friday. I want to do all kinds of shit. I'm filled with all kinds of great energy. But the spirit will tell me, nah, you better put on some pretty pajamas or some shit. Like just weird shit. He'll make me sit here all day and teach you spiritual stuff instead of letting me out. I'm Cinderella to the gods. And therefore, I have something that you don't have, which is peace. And I don't have worries. But again, he's always driving me into the unknown. I have my computer here, and I'm supposed to be getting ready to start a job at home because that was his vision. As impossible as that sounds, it's not. I have he gives me these visions. I didn't plan this. It sounds easy enough, right? No, it takes a lot of freaking, you know what I mean? A lot on my part to make these things come true. And they weren't my fucking dreams. But you're dreaming, I guess. I don't know. I found that disrespectful. If my life was so easy, then, I mean, first off, look at where I'm at. You want to be, and that's used to when I was going through the dark night of the soul, I could feel people's persecution. Why don't you get your fucking life together? Why don't you just get a job? Why don't you just fucking do the right thing? And I would feel it. And in the middle of these videos, I'd be like, why don't you fucking put my shoes on? Why don't you put my fucking shoes on and crawl in my car with my kids and you clean up my life? Go ahead. You think you know how to do this? I know how to take care of myself. I'm being called to let God take care of me. You have no idea what this is doing to my pride, to my ego, to my self esteem, to my whole identity. I am not this person, and He is literally breaking the person that I am to make me believe and trust in Him. To have no power, but yet be the most powerful being because of that alone. The prophets had nothing of this world, but they could harness the fifth dimension and beyond. They harnessed the energy of God, and it was so powerful within them. They needed not, wanted not. They were full of so much love and divinity that they had to share it. That was the only thing that could bring them joy, was to share this joy with others. Really? Yeah. I just want to point that out. My life isn't easy. It's adventurous, suspenseful. Like every Friday for probably the rest of my life, we'll be doing shadow work. My days are determined. My destiny is set. Why? Because I'm walking in alignment of what you know what I mean? What this life was supposed to look like for me. It's not to say you're out of alignment. You're on your destiny. You're destined to destruction. You can change that and have a different destiny. It's always calling you. Really? But you got to make lots of baby steps into that full line. Every time you change something about you, you have a new destiny. But where's that one lead? They all lead in a big fat circle. Really? The circle. Whatever. Fuck off. I am doing something I never did in any of my lives, which was destined to happiness. Really? You think that if you go towards this dream or desire or passion in your fucking mind, that it's going to bring you happiness. But it is something of this world. The things of this world can be nearly unobtainable or easily obtainable and temporary in what they'll give to you. You want something eternal that lasts forever. This feeling inside of me, you want that feeling of success, of winning and all admiration and all of that. You want that moment, that fame and fortune and glorious, I am at the top and I have finally made it, that feeling. And you believe it's somewhere else outside of you. That was, I don't think I ever heard that song of R. Kelly last night. Really? Yeah, that was a beautiful song. I don't even know what it was called. I don't even know what it was called. The World Inside of Me or something. And that's where it is. It's like, dude, nothing can tear me down. You could take away everything and hang me here on the cross, and I'm still God's glorious starseed that came with such beautiful purpose. You know what I mean? George Floyd didn't die in vain. His life meant so much to mankind, and so did mine. And it's funny because as I sit here in the present, the future is watching me. They're so suspenseful. They can't wait to watch the next episode. But they can't, you know what I mean? They have them all, and I'm making them. And I know that I'm talking to them. I can sense them watching me from the future. They're watching these very videos. I'm with you out there. Time doesn't exist. Really? Make your life mean something, not just for your life, but for all life. That's what we're really here to do, dude, is change life as we know it. But it starts with changing your life and giving it over to God, because you can't do such wondrous things without God. He's the wonder. You need him to, you know what I mean? He's all inside of you, but you need to access him to, you know what I mean? Put yourself in your place. Really, I'm really just God's little badass bitch on the little throne, throwing fits and shit. I've always seen myself Wolfman doesn't know this, but since the very beginning, I had these visions where I'm just sitting there on a throne as a queen and waiting for God to bring this man through the door. And I'm just sitting there doing shit. He brings in all kinds of entertainment, blah, 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 blah. Really, I've seen these visions in the beginning before I actually stepped into my my empress mode. Really, as I roll up my sleeves. All right, we'll get in the comments in a bit. I don't know what that's all about. All right, we're gonna do a confirmation to the bullshit. Realistically, well, I did a soft love reading last night. We broke through some of those. We're gonna continue to do those. I had so many. That's what I mean. I had things planned today, and I went to go take care of it. My plans got to completely shifted. Really, I never know what I'm gonna do. Why? Because it's not what I want to do. It's whatever God says. It comes over me, and I go with it. So saying that my life is easy, that's where it is. It's like, it'd be easier to go back and just do whatever the Matrix people are doing, to just live on the simulation of my mind. Really simple as it seemed. Things seemed a little bit more easy. But now, no, not so much. And they talked about the jealousy of the freedoms. You think that I'm free to do whatever I want, but I'm only free to do what God gives me the willpower to do. I have all the greatest ideas, and that's the high priestess. I could sit here and give them all to you, but it doesn't mean I can be part of any of them. Really? I could see all great things, but those things are for other people, not me. And that's where I don't covet or envy or, jealousy or I wish I was that person. No, I can't even say I wish that. I wish. Kells is all over. I love R. Kelly. Um, I'm working towards being able to be more community based fucking energy. But for all obvious and good reasons, we're still working through that. Think of it as Professor X, and he just really couldn't go out like that. It's like, oh, I'll sacrifice my gifts to be, in a chair. That's what it is. Like, the idea of a loony bin always sounds convincing. I'm not picky about the food I eat. You're going to provide a bed, pajamas. I can stare at the wall, someone to talk to about my feelings that really cares. What is the difference? No, there's some great things. I get to sit outside at least. But then that's it. You could just dude, just put her outside. Take the dog out. She'll be fine outside. Oh man. Really? I mean, hell. Good luck with that. Anyways, going back to it, it's like I don't want to start a relationship off with jealousies. You're jealous of my connection. You think it's my life, but it's my connection that you're really jealous of, which is God and his controlling ways. Bro, I told you. What do you think is going to wake me up out of bed and take me out of your bedside? What might tell me in my ear to stop what I'm doing and leave right now? Really? Mm-hmm. That's going to kick you out of my house. Oh, 33. You're going through the gateway. Really? Mm-hmm. I kept saying Neptune. Saturn in Aries, isn't it? Fucking shit. That's why this is here to remind me. Told you, my memory is a sad place in hell. Okay, move on. What's today? Today is February 14th. Okay, Monday sucks ass. Let's move on to Tuesday. Fuck Tuesday. Where are we at? March 6th. What happens in Tuesday? Where it joins Mercury, Venus is exalted in Pisces, meaning energy amplifies during its transit, which lasts until March 6th. Interesting. Why? Because the full moon is March 3rd. A full moon energy drags on for a while. Really? Mm-hmm. It's the blood moon. There's a lot going on right here. Really? I see signs. The upcoming period is perfect for romantic and artistic pursuits. While I'm putting myself to art, they're digging up romance, as well as reconciling and making peace with those you truly care about. Oh, we did that. We did that. Check yourself. I should put side notes of how this worked, but I'm already documenting the whole thing. The week's truly big news, however, is Saturn's shift into Aries on Friday, the 13th, where it'll remain until 2028. We are at the start of a whole 30 year Oh, yeah. Told you the end times were 35 years. So I think this has something to do with all that. Really, if you consider that Aries is the way, the outside persona of the identity, and Saturn pushes the limits and the structures and all of that, hmm, it really breaks it down for me. Where slow and steady progress makes success. Saturn is a planet that loves whatever rationality, blah blah blah. Saturn's energy will be easier to integrate into your life during its transit through Aries. That means it takes 30 years to get comfortable in this new reality starting today. What started today? First day of the rest of your life. Some of you, the first day of the end of your life. Will you be here with us in 30 years from now? Check in with me in 30 years and say, hey, 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 I made it. Cool. Will I be here? Fucking A, bitch. How old will I be? What am I today? 43? I'll be 73. I'm still here for 20 something years after that, even. I'll see you in my 70s. Check in with me. Let's have a Saturn and Aries party. I'm planning it now. It could take about 30 years to put this together. We'll see which members come together in that time. Really? Sounds like a great reunion. All right, let's look at the weekend. Wait, what? Who? It's easy to unleash your inner goals into the world and make them a reality. Aries is impatient and will force Saturn to get out of any ruts. Yeah, get out of your own way. If you've been thinking of a major career change, this would be an opportune time. Hey, bro, I've been trying to inspire you to get a job or just do something different. I don't care what you do. Nobody cares what you do. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, that's stupid. Oh, that's stupid. I mean, what kind of negative people do you have in your life that judge you by how you make your money? As long as you're not hurting anybody, how you make your money shouldn't bother anybody. Nobody. I'm like the only person that'll guilt you into not selling drugs or your pussy. It makes sense. I understand, but maybe not. Just remember, slow slips. This could take you 30 years to learn. Come on, guys. I believe in you. Weekend outlook. Saturday is a darling of a Valentine's Day filled with excitement and spontaneity. Well, considering the only dude I talk to is married, I don't really think this is my day. I've seen a lot of fucked up posts about that too. I just want to point out this is raw and real. How about somebody that's not married come take me on a date? That would be extremely exciting. What do you want to do? I don't want to do what regular people do. Really? No, I'm not regular people. I told you, take me outside. Take me for a walk. Take me down to the Paradise City. Really? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. It's funny to me. You gotta look at your life. That's what I told my daughter. Oh, dude, she's so funny. Oh, I was laughing. Because it's Valentine's Day at the schools, because tomorrow isn't today. And so I was like, well, I hope somebody confesses their undying love for you. Just like he already did, Mom. And he keeps asking me every day, and he keeps telling me I need to change my mind. And I was like, well, then change your mind. I hope for you to have a crush. And that's what I said. I was like, maybe that's a saying. I don't know. I was like, crush the crush. Crush the crush. I was like, maybe it's like do the do. Is that really a saying already? And that's where it came from? That's what I heard. I was like, well, maybe you have a crush and you can crush the crush. Really? That's my saying for today or for Valentine's Day. Crush the crush. That's cute, right? I believe in love. I believe I'm not against rap. I'm not against Really? Keep your plans a surprise for your sweetie to heighten the sense of fun and discovery. If you are single, don't mope alone at home. I'm not. I'm celebrating Selena. I'm celebrating Pac. I'm celebrating Michael Jackson's little sister in the fucking Hall of Fame, including myself. It's a celebratory time. I don't really care about all this. Realistically, you're not going to make me sad. If you can't make me sad on a fucking Christmas while I'm in my car with nothing, then you can't make me sad on a fucking Valentine's Day with a man that I don't even know really exists. I can't make me sad about some shit I'm not sad about. Really? Oh, it's so sad I don't have someone to love. That's not sad to me any day of the week. It's not going to make this day any sadder. It's not Saturn. Get out of my face. It is a Saturn day, and Saturn is in Aries. Come on, Metatron, you and your goofy ass jokes. Really? He is. He lives in Saturn. Shall I show you again? Where's Saturn? Right here, the highest thrones. We just got to get to through Friday the 13th. See what I mean? You wish you could be me, but you didn't have to do this type of shit to give up days like this. Really, I'll never give up Halloween, and that's so great because Halloween is literally the new year and is the best year. It's the best day. That's probably why it was my always favorite holiday. And as far as Independence Day and fireworks, well, those actually come from hell, so we can see those all year round. Celebrating New Year's on the 1st is stupid. I celebrate so many New Years throughout the years. Dude, do you know how many New Year's? We have one coming up, I know we just went through New Year's. But there's a New Year's today, and there's a New Year's on February 17th. And then there's another New Year. They have it all year round where you can start something new. Really? I'm serious. They're in all traditions, and I honor all traditions. This is an opportunity to be new. I'm going with you. Really? We're going to the parade. We're going to celebrate this. I claim this energy. God is my witness. I'm part of this. Realistically, hey, if I could plan the perfect date, it wouldn't be no April something something. I would say April 7th or February 17th. I cannot put this whole manifestation into mind, but I desire, I passionately want to go up to the casino and do what I always do, my tradition, which is what? Just hang out there for like a little while, do a little freaking ceremony and just be with it. It's a feeling, bro. You never know. You're too busy looking outside of you. You're like, you want to go to the casino? It's not the building. It's not the people. It's not the noise. It's not any of that. They're called a sacred site. I just want to sit there. You don't understand. You can plug into the most. It's just where I need to plug in. I really want that. I'm going to do that. But if you wanted to be part of it, that would be special to me. To understand how special nothing is to me. There's things that I do that are nothing. They mean nothing to you, but they're extremely special to me. And those opportunities when God does let me out of the temple, super special. Really, today he's going to let me out to go get some to the spiritual store. But, and then I get in there because I never go to any stores and I want to buy everything in there because all of it, I want to dive into all of it and teach you everything. And that gets a little constrictive. So I have to walk in, grab it, and walk out. And that's my outing of the day. He doesn't take me out around people because people. It's not me. It's people. Trigger is fine. It's me. People are triggering and this and that, and they carry all of this, and it's just not a good experience, really. He has to clear the path for me to go out. He has to really, it's like rolling out the president spiritually. Really, all green lights, front row parking, in and out. Really, they're really painless, but they're really, and he makes sure to make them, even just a quick walk. He's like, I'm going to drain you. I'm going to make sure this is enough. This is your outing. Really? What do you plan today? Well, fuck. I was supposed to upload some papers that I went through and I didn't have. So now I get to I get to go to Target. That's so nice. Really? And get this fucking termination paper that I walked and got like a month ago. I think it's in my email, to be honest. Yeah, I needed to upload that and then the service letter animal for my dog. The service, whatever. That letter. That's all I needed to do. I spoke with her yesterday. There were 2 documents I didn't have. And then after that, I was going to go to fucking Lakewood to go check my mail because I have money coming in. And I was hoping to grab from there, grab stuff for my offerings and do that because that's coming up on the 17th. And I was going to do all this stuff. And I have all these plans and I will get ready for all this shit. But I could get out there and I could walk over to Target and that is all he'll let me do all fucking day. Really? On a Saturday, he lets me usually go out, and he's making me fearful. He's making me cautious about Lakewood. Why? Because he showed me on some news report that Lakewood's breaking down on people with registered tax. It's been moving from county to county, and I've been still. They did it in Aurora. They did it in they did it in the north, and now they're doing it in Lakewood. They're breaking down, and they got like, dude, they get a lot of people, bro. I don't remember, but now it popped up 2 days ago. Really, and that's exactly where I was gonna go. Really, so he's telling me to be careful, and I have to watch his guidance. It's not a big deal. I just don't need a ticket. Really, no, I just don't. Why? Because it's better. And that's what I said. When you're guided by God, you just avoid the bullshit. He doesn't know, or I don't know, but maybe there's somebody out there that I don't need to see. And he's working real hard to protect me from seeing this person, this thing, getting caught in this accident or in this situation, going around the wrong people or being caught up, with police or anything. Being protected by God means far more than just spiritually. It means here in this world. And that's where it is. It's like, oh God, I can think about times where he would just put a train in front of me. I am like trying to go somewhere, and now you just wasted 30 minutes of my life. And what that meant to me after like at least the first 10 minutes, instead of trying to find my own way, I realized that God said I was going too fast. I needed to wait. I wasn't, you know what I mean? I was ahead of myself. Stuff like that. It's not easy. Just want to point that out. As far as Valentine's Day, you can't make me fucking sad about some shit about a man that I worked so hard to get away from. I don't have a man that I'm working hard to get to. I don't even know what. It's a feeling that God places inside of me, like every other feeling, but this one's stronger, where I have to go. You know what I mean? I'm guided by the Holy Spirit. So like that's how it is, and that's why these twin flames. Hey, bro, I sit here still to this day trying to figure out why I am so madly in love with you. It is absolutely not on the surface. There, you have done nothing to activate this. You are not deserving of this. This is something not of this world. And me trying to control it and act like I can just literally destroys me. I have no choice in the matter. I pretend like I do, and I try to remind you, you don't get to choose who you fall in love with. You have lots of love to give, and some of you have the ability to put that shit on other people and just go loving anybody. And maybe if I didn't have the same, I didn't have my life experiences, I could be equally as loving. But no, 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 no. Real love, you didn't choose, it just happened. You were strangers, sometimes enemies, just not even. It's like, this is not, I don't even know. Then you can look back at circumstances, like, yeah, that made sense why I was with you back then. You were everything I needed back then. I'm not that same person, Really? Something like that. I just want to point that out. Fucking fuck your Valentine's. Your desire to be like others is what's creating this pain in your heart. Same thing as fucking Christmas and Thanksgiving. You're hurt because you're not doing what other people are doing. You ain't got no family. You ain't got no presents. You ain't got no Christmas tree. You ain't got no fucking nobody to give you flowers. If I go today, and that's why I want to go, I'll get flowers and goodies. That's why I said I want to go check my mail and get an offering. And usually that's where I get my flowers. Yeah, they always have donations there, flowers. It's an amazing place. And I can go there and get donated clothes. I was thinking about that too. I have two of options. I told you I was only going to be here 2 weeks. I did not pack. Dude, everybody was watching me go through that. And I'm sure they stole a lot of my clothes. I may be being paranoid like that grandma. They took my fucking something, but I'm serious. Each one of those boxes were packed so tight with clothes. And when I got them back, they were not packed tight. They were not organized, which I didn't expect. But I just felt like for sure I gave them an enormous bag of socks. We did not get all those socks back. I don't know what else we didn't get back because it was all in the lobby and I'm sitting there and everybody's watching me dig through my clothes. So I'm just trying to get, you know what I mean? A bunch of pants, a bunch of shirts, a bunch of socks, a bunch of underwear for each of us. When I did that, I didn't get myself too many outfits. So I'm looking at this pipe hole of, well, I could go digging in the clothes again. And you know what I mean? And I sat here this morning, I'm like, I'm positive that all my clothes didn't make it back. I don't remember seeing all my clothes, but I did it so quickly. Really? Mm-hmm. And I sat there and I was like, well, whatever. Whatever didn't make it, God will replace it, is what I said. So I was excited about that too, because I gave away a bunch of shit. So I'm open to receiving more shit. And there's this amazing clothing bank there. So I wanted to do that. That was what I wanted to celebrate my day doing. I really like that stuff. And that goes back to Buddha and shit. It's like when you finally get to come down and you get to go change your, you know what I mean? Get to go through the city and stuff. And Whatever. It's an adventure. I get to do the little things. Tomorrow I'll get to go to the thrift store. Really? And that's where it is. I have to start putting together my list. In 2 weeks, I know my move-in date. So now I have to start putting together my furniture and all that good stuff. Really? I'm glad it wasn't the 25th. They had sent, I didn't get the email, but she said, I sent the email to your worker that we were looking at a move-in date of the 25th. How'd this come up? Because I asked her if I could see the apartment. She said, oh, we're still remodeling. We're trying to get it ready for your move-in date on the 25th. I said, the 25th? I was like, well, could we just push it until, 4 days later? Because then it would be the first. I'd feel much more comfortable about moving in on the first. Said, yeah, that would probably be best. And I was like, I am so grateful. I really was hoping for that. And if that works for you, that is great. That works for me. Really? Yeah, they said the people that lived there lived a long time, so they had to do some remodeling, which is cool. Whatever. Yeah, as far as your dating, let's see. You could unexpectedly meet someone who sets your heart aflutter. Maybe. Maybe I find someone treasure hunting at the thrift store with me. I don't go out enough to meet people. It's like Jesus. It's like they just come up. And I'm always suspicious. Oh, are you a lesson? I mean, everybody's a blessing because he doesn't let people around me. And he doesn't let me around people. Really? It's something. Feelings of confidence about abound on Sunday, making it an excellent time to revamp your look, go shopping, or enjoy a nice, relaxing spa day. That's what I like. Even if it's just at home. I want all of this at home. Really? That sounds great. This is also a great day. You're like, you don't like this. I started to even think about that, bro. Like couples massages. First off, I've never got a massage, but I don't want somebody's energy on me, bro. And I don't want someone touching mine. If you touch me, you're touching my energy. It's a flow. That means my thoughts, my everything. It's like, okay, it's all greatness, but imagine all the demons inside of me too that can transfer from just you touching me. I've never experienced, and that's something like couples massages. I can't participate in something like that. And as far as us, I already visualized us sitting down in a dinner space and you becoming uncomfortable because of the energy I draw. I've already seen this. Realistically, oh, Jesus. Really? It's cool. I'm one of those people you'd be proud because you notice that everybody's drawn to me and it makes you feel special. But you don't understand how suffocating it is to me that everybody's looking at me. I don't even need a camera in my face. It's all eyes on me all the time. It's not their eyes, it's not their conscious. It's their spirit is drawn to me. And they're just looking at me like fucking deer in headlights. They have no idea what they're staring at all. It's their spirit. Their spirits make way, the image of God. Really? Yeah. It's electrifying. Really? That's why God doesn't waste my energy like that. And it does. Everywhere I go out, dude, I can go out for just a little bit. Unless I'm out, in Mother Nature, it sucks up all my energy. Dude, some days all I could do is ride the fucking elevator. This whole building sucked up all my goodness just going through there. Really? Energy vampires. Some people mean to do it, some people don't. I mean, I can't live like that. You have a whole Holy Spirit. I look like just, something, but you literally are walking around a Holy Spirit. Really? You shouldn't be flaunting that. Don't put me in danger. Realistically, I never am, but that's not something you just show people. Why? Do you want somebody to come steal your Holy Spirit from you? And that's the Phoenix where they try to lock me up. They know I'm special. Mm. Feelings of confidence abound Sunday, making it an excellent time. Yeah, whatever. This is also a great time for dating, looking for love, or making long term plans as a couple. Well, let's be open to the conversation. Romantic Venus arrives in its one favorite sign, Pisces, unleashing abundance and admirous energy just in time for Valentine's Day. Whether you are or single or in a relationship, love is in the air. So take a deep breath and welcome it in. I seen that meme where you're like spraying, you know what I mean? The disinfectant. Oh, please don't let me fall in love. You're not afraid to, you're hurt on how it ended. You don't remember how it feels to be in love, how it feels to have a crush. The excitement, the jitters, the quietness, the awkwardness. It gets weird as fuck, but it's suspenseful. It's exciting. That's what I said last week. I think I got love bomb. I know that's not really what you're supposed to call this, but I don't know what the fuck just hit me. Oh shit, that was amazing. Really? Mm. Cupid's arrow. All right, let's go to the dimensional gateway. 40 minutes in, dude. We're still at transformation. Detach from drama. That's really what we need to do. Dimensional gateway, an invitation. Master number 33 is linked to the crystalline light and the higher powers. Drawing this card shows that you are standing at an important place and time on your path of destiny, one that has been created by your own past positive actions, behaviors, and thoughts. You have done good. That's what I said. It's like, I worked so hard to get here. I made it. It's like, I made it alive. That's about it. Don't think it was easy. I did what no man or woman has ever done in this and in many, many, many lifetimes. But I am an ascending master, so I was here to teach you how it was done by the ascending masters like myself. How to master yourself in this life and be able to teach that mastery to someone else. As I said, this self-realization. We're going to start the teachings, the science of self-realization and self-actualization, so you can transcend this identity of yourself. And that's where I go back to Wolfman. Bro, you haven't transcended yourself. You're self-imposed. You fill your mind with grandeur of delusion, of telling yourself you're all these great things. Again, going back to affirmations and literal brainwashing. You will not take into consideration what anybody outside of you thinks of you, because you have this inappropriate Kanye West, Marshall Mathers, Lewis Hamilton, Russ Vitale. You have this inappropriate internal belief system about yourself that outsees what the real world sees in you. You do not take into consideration any kind of constructive criticism to who you are. You only see who you want to see and who you want people to think you are. This is all in your head, bro. Kanye thinks he's a fucking something, a fucking god. You know what I mean? Russ thinks he's a fucking god. Marshall thinks he's a fucking god. Wolfman, you think you're a fucking god. So you project this outward bravado of what you think, but what you think isn't true to anything of your nature. You're brainwashing your identity based on what you want it to be. Self-realization is realizing that who you are, the self that you know, and goes back to what I've done, Carl Jung's teaching, is not who you are. You are not your thoughts. So you think so highly of yourself, and you think you're this, and you think you're that, and you think people are this, and you think this is what's right, and you think. That is the fall of man, is your thinking. Lead not on your own understanding. None of your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You just project them outside of you to create your reality. If I've taught you nothing about manifestations. So going back to who you think you are, you're stuck in your mind. That shows me immediately you have no self-awareness. You have not left the context of your mind and your thoughts, because you still believe the world in the way that it was put into your mind. You will go on this date or whatever this is that you're going to do to sell yourself, an interview, right? And you're going to tell people who you are based on what your mind tells people who they, you know what I mean? You have this identity of yourself. Well, who are you? Hi, my name's Oscar. What's up, Oscar? What do you do? I'm a tarot reader. Or what do you tell people you are? You tell people what you think you are so that they see you as you think you are. But are you any of the things that you're telling people you are? Is that all? Is that the limitation? So going back to it, Marshall says, this is all he's ever said, is that he's the greatest rapper in the world. Are you anything outside of that? And how can that be determined? That's only in your belief system. You can't make me believe that you're better than who I believe is my favorite rapper in the world. You just happen to align with my belief system. Okay, we can work with that. But realistically, this is what you believe, and you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are programmed. I can't even get into your brain. I'm just trying to teach you to get out of it. I'm out of this conversation. I'm walking away now. Really? Yes. You believe yourself to be such things, but you're none of those things. Those are just what your mind creates as opinions. Opinions are belief systems put on you from other people. Why do you believe that's wrong? Let's go back to this. Something simplistic. Smoking weed all day. Why do you believe that's wrong? Who told you that was wrong? Give me all your hate as to why this is wrong. This is a wrong lifestyle. That's wrong. You can't just sit around all day smoking weed. Tell me where that thought came from. Now, if that was your child or your mother or you, for one instance, do you believe that? You know that other people believe that that's a wrong lifestyle, but do you believe it? Okay, let's go back to homosexuality. That's fucking wrong. The Bible says that marriage is a man and a woman. Okay, well, fuck your marriage. But what they're doing, why is what they're doing is wrong? Because the Bible says. Okay, so you just live by that? But what about everything else that thing said? What did it say about acceptance, forgiveness, understanding, compassion? What did it say about love thy brother? Really? I mean, don't make jokes. I was about to. Realistically, that's what it is. It's like, I believe that's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to go to hell if, the Muslims, they're whatever, whoever doesn't eat pork. No, the book said. Okay, and what they say happens if you do this. And that's what I posted about POC this morning. It's like, I will submit to the right authority if I believe in what what they're executing. There's no power in that, bro. You can't persecute people for what they eat because Jesus said to forgive them and have understanding and compassion, to not judge them. So go fuck yourself on that one. Where else does this come from? Girls shouldn't act like that. Who told you that? How am I supposed to act? According to who and what? People are always trying to determine what is right and wrong according to their culture, their parents, their social. It's all programmed belief systems that if you have an open mind, you can live more freely than being restricted to this is no and this is this and this is that and that and this and this and that. There's no. You're basically mindless because you go by everything that your mind says. Really? You look at a girl and you'll say something like, that's a fat girl. Really? Where'd that come from? Well, look at her. I'm not looking at her skin. Why are you? What about her size makes you blurt out such obscenities? She's just fat. I don't think she's fat. Where's that coming from? Who told you she was fat? Why is your mind projecting this? Why is your mind judging her size? Really? You're doing it all day. It's like your thoughts. You believe this shit? Do you believe she's fat? What is fat? What size is unacceptable? And that goes back to Kanye West. I hate a fat girl in lingerie. We're not allowed to wear lingerie? What? What does that mean? What does that mean? What the fuck? Why do you think we wear it? What the fuck is wrong with you? Really? And what size is fat? Because I'm like a 14. Is that too fat? Am I supposed to be a little size 2 and 6? That's my daughter. She's not even that. She's a size 11. And I go down to a size 12 and 13 with her all the time. Realistically, she's in high school. Is she supposed to be a 6? She's got, and that's what I was telling her this morning as she was putting her clothes on. She has a fucking flat stomach. That's what I was like, do you work out? Really, she has abs and everything. There's not an inch of fat on her. Not an inch of fat. But she is a size 12. Not a 2, not a 4, not a 6, not an 8. She's a fucking 12. Her mommy's one size up. I'm a 14. What does that mean? Waist, bitches. You gotta hold my waist. Really? Which means I'm gonna crush your. Which means I'm on top. Really? Something like that. Anyways, going back to it, it's like that's your opinion. Your opinion is not really validated over here. Seriously, what size is fat? What size is fat? Because you go back to. I was really big. I was really big. How big was I? I was probably like a size 18, pushing to 20 when I was in like COVID size. Really? Oh shit, I got large. What else was it? No, what else? Moving on. Like I don't even hate myself. Really? I was trying to eat my fucking way out of this time period. Talk about gluttony. If there was ever a time I was guilty of that, gluttony and fucking sloth. What else was I supposed to do? Just sat around lazy and eating. Really? I wrote a lot of great music though. Moving on. I'm just saying, fuck your thoughts and your opinions. They really are just generated by images and feelings, and you should really probably change your mind. That's what I said. Why don't you just give that guy a chance? Really? You could let him change your mind. No, I don't want to. Why? Because he's ugly. That's what she said. I was like, first off, that's just on the top. I was like, once you get to know a person, they become beautiful to you. I was like, that's probably what happened is he got to know you and thought you were so sexy. It's like, why don't you give him the same respect? I bet he has I bet he's, I was like, that's what they always say about ugly people. They're really nice people. I said, bye mom. And I started laughing. I don't hate on love. I don't hate on it. Okay. Anyway, you have done much good already, helped many and supported those who needed it. And this is acknowledged now. Dude, I'm hungry and I have a great breakfast sandwich waiting right there. God has been so good to me. Really? I really enjoyed shit like that. Fucking being fed 3 meals a day here. Little shit. Yesterday's little party and shit. These are great memories. They're not really bad. I have a lot of bad memories. These aren't bad memories. Not at all. See what is this? I'm just saying. I'm blinded by the light. What are we saying here? Gatekeeper, he is the gatekeeper to many beings of light and ascended masters who appear when called by him. One of the names Metatron is known for is the Grand Orchestrator. I told you, it's an orchestration. And he is able to call on any energy needed by anyone at any time and does so for you now. Oh my God, are you more powerful than Gabriel? Gabriel? I think just kidding. I'm serious. I called on your brother. I never asked you to do it. Really? I told Gabriel when I thought I was ready to go call in my man because I know from my own experience with Gabriel that nobody could deny his calling. But maybe Metatron's stronger than that. That's what I meant by that. I never considered that. He is an older and wiser energy. That's why they care for us so much, because they were the first and we were created, you know what I mean? After. That's why the aliens and everything outside the universe watches out for mankind, because they were the last of his creations. Really? The most vulnerable. Watered down is what it is. Watered down. Restricted, I would say. Restricted. And even that cut off. But not. It's so weird. It's so weird. Anyways, going back to it. The relationship with God and his children is a weird one. One of the names Metatron is known by, blah, blah, blah. He has sent one of his angels of light to greet and welcome you. Their arms stretch out, open hearts to receive you and guide you in. See the light. It could have been, you know what I mean, Gabriel he sent. Really? First time I woke up, it was just a light being. Did it look like that? It wasn't a golden light. It was white light on top of a mountain. Really? I only learned later it was Gabriel. And that's what he is that shining silver light. See the light around this special place, blazing gold and containing wisdom, love, and enlightened space. Step into the gateway and feel the warmth from the flaming torches and purify and cleanse you, ready for your next step. Entering this gateway enables you to access the angelical kingdom that Metatron governs. Are you coming into the light with us? That's what happened to me. I was just in the light. It happened in it happened not last year. Was it last year? I guess it was. It happened last year in Oklahoma. I couldn't tell you it's in my. I'm telling you that's when I couldn't see Pac anymore, and that's where they closed the gates on me and Marshall's conversations, and I was just standing there with Allie. It was weird. What are you doing here, Allie? Love and light, bitch. All right, this is. I was like freaked out. This is his door and his domain, and it feels like home to you now. You are welcome to come and shelter here a while and rest and recharge before journeying on. And that's what he said. And that's what I said. You just be in the light with them. They're all full of love and it's just admiration. But it gets boring and you're like, all right, I'm going to go now. Then they bring you back to the light. No, you've had a tough time. You need to come sit with us. We have things to talk about. Really? Love and light, people. Through this gateway, you will find the other end of the rainbow, a pearlescent light with colors so bright your body can breathe in their wonder. Okay, now you see Jesus. Jesus sits at the highest thrones. They're part of Metatron's part of the golden ray. Okay, Melchizedek, that's over there in the purple, he does carry the purple flame, but he's the ascension path, which is the bridge, the rainbow bridge, which is Christ. Christ is the way. He holds the rainbow ray. The rainbow ray is all your chakras lit up. Every color of the rainbow comes together and makes the pearlescent, what is it called over here? And I can show you that again in my Archangel cards. That's where all that information comes from. Not at all intertwined. They're not the same designers or anything. I pick up the information as we get through it. Anyways, what's that I read about? Pearlescent. All right. A pearlescent light which colors so bright to your body that can only bathe in the wonder. A host of archangels, an angel at Metatron's command, each as important as the other, exist here. No hierarchy, just service to the oneness and energy of love that is all that. Excuse me, I'm getting the other night's video. That is all there. I can't even read. The other night I made a video about the tree of life and I tried to explain that they sit at the highest thrones, but it's not like leveled. We sit together. Really? I tried to explain this. Once you get there, it's not like separate. It's not like rooms. It's not like levels. They paint the tree of life as you go through these levels. But it's all accessed, and that's where it is. Lilith lived in the tree of life, and that's where it's like I lived in all parts of life, except for home. I didn't come out and didn't fuck around on Mother Earth, really. Anyways, each as important as other. Here exists no hierarchy, just service to the oneness and energy of love that is all there is. Step forward and reclaim your own angelic magnificence. I told you last week I saw myself in my angelic form, my big black wings, and that somebody saw me above me. They could see my angelic form. How big am I? Probably like 30 feet. They're saying 33. Really? Mm-hmm. That's just my body, not my wingspan. The wingspan would be twice as big as my body to carry it. So 30 plus 30. So 60 feet. My wings are 30 feet wide. They're that big. Really? Enormous. Think of Maleficent. Enormous. But my body isn't this size. I'm not 5'3" in my angelical form. None of them are. No, I'm about 30 feet. Now going back to Metatron or Sandalphone, their feet touch the ground and their heads are in the stars. That's how big their angelical form is. Really? They're big guys. Do you know what your angelical form? I got my wings in the very beginning. I felt this unbelievable pain in my shoulders and I couldn't understand what it was. And they kept telling me I got my wings back. Slowly, I started to see them. I could feel them. You know what I mean? Again, it's etherical. Will you ever? And that's what I told you in that video. I was like, I wish I had my wings. And God said you couldn't fly in this life. They would shoot you down. It's just as dangerous as putting you on a fucking broom in this life. You can't do that in this life. I can't. He'll let me do some levitation, but I can't go any further. I can't show them how far I can go. I can't be flying around. No rules and restrictions. Realistically, yeah. Really? Your angel wings bestowed and your body activated by light. Then go, do, be, and serve others. Help, support, and teach those in need. This energy right now in your communities, countries, and world. Metatron has called you. His angels await. You are one of his earth angels now. Step through the golden gateway. That's what I said. I'm an earth angel, bro. I'm a fucking Holy Spirit. Do you know what you're doing out here with me? Step through the golden gateways of light and into your own mastery. The time is now, and you're invited. And that's Gabriel, your higher purpose. When you leave this place, you do so able to carry more light and love than ever before back to your homes, communities, and world that needs it. The gateway is in front of you. Step through it now. And that's what happens. I told you. All the time, we're climbing up here to God to bring it back to mankind. We're teaching him our lessons all the time. Where are we? Venus. But we're shooting straight up to Saturn. Then we got to let some shit die, be inspired, let it expand through our hearts, and bring it back. Which is what? Just our lessons, our wisdom. We go through the darkness, which is the dark night of the soul, to find the light and bring the light back, which is something simplistic as a couple of words of wisdom that could take many people many lifetimes to understand. We give them the understanding in our trials and tribulations, weekly, daily, alchemizing, you know what I mean? Just everyday fucking things that destroy people. We take on and we show them how to take it on and how to bounce back. There's more of them here. There's not just me. There's more ascended masters incarnated. That's why I said Alistair could so likely live inside of Wolfman. I told you, all I knew was that he was being trained in the dark arts. But once he awoken and realized who I was, everyone would be fucked because he would walk away from that and be on my side. He could quite easily, you know what I mean? And that's where it is there's many of my cells, they're just not awoken. I can't force it. I don't know when it happens. I tried to tell people who they are, but they still don't want to hear me. They're not completely unaware of themselves. So we're going to start a teaching maybe tomorrow. I don't know when. We'll start the science of self-realization, the science of reincarnation. These are all the teachings of Krishna and Vishnu. It comes from Vishnu, which is the container of their universe. Just like these are just different. It goes back to him. Do you see that crystal? That crystal is God. That's why I carry that. That's my emblem of Metatron. Okay. So it's the same stories played out in a different version. It's still the same light. That's what I was trying to explain. This is the same story told in a different culture. So Vishnu is the same exact, they are of the same energy. I can't say they're the same being, but they quite possibly are the same consciousness, the same soul of God, split, just a different view of him. He is the maintainer of the universe. Fucking Metatron is the maintainer of the universe. Okay? The Lord of Love is the same as the Lord of Love, of Compassion, or the Lord of Compassion. They're of the same energy. This energy was given to mankind in different cultures. We may have not got Jesus, but we did get Martin Luther King Jr. We did get great forms of Jesus, that conscious, that energy. So I don't want you to think we're switching religions or we're switching stories. I'm just telling you in a different book. Really? So I'm going to teach you the science, and that's what they call it. And we're going to move over to what they call is enlightenment, taught by Hindu and Buddhist teachings. But that doesn't mean it's not the same as Christian or Muslim or Wiccan or science. God is in all things. So I'm going to teach you what is called the science of realization, or the science of self-realization, and the science of reincarnation that stems from Hindu and Buddhist teachings. Okay? But that same thing is highlighted all over the Holy Bible of coming to the spirit, sacrificing your flesh again for the spirit. Now, in other terms, we call this awakenings. There's a word for this in every culture. We're just going to jump into a different culture about this. Really? Now, the science of self-realization, I'm going to also mix in, and that's what we were going to talk about, is the psychoanalyst to this. You're not going to be able to do this without getting out of your thoughts. I know you think you have all great opinions or foul opinions and all these opinions, but you are not your thoughts. Wolfman, how do you think about me? What do you think about me as a person? You think I'm a fraud? You think I'm a bitch? You think I'm all these things? You think I'm useless? You think I'm homeless? You think I'm unemployed? You think I'm a bad mother? Do you think I'm crazy? You think I'm what? What do you think of me? What is your opinion of me? What does your mind come up with when my name comes to your head? It comes up with a lot of thoughts, yes? Okay, close your eyes, Wolfman. Don't think about me. What do you feel in your heart? Don't look at the visions of your mind, but what do you feel in your heart when I say my name, Lilith? Will your mind let you accept that I'm Lilith and not Lisa? That's what I mean. So as much as you think so much of yourself and you may have think so little of me, none of those thoughts are really real. Really? Yeah. All right, I'm going to jump in the comments and then I'm going to jump in the fucking shower. What do we got? Hi. Hi, Priestess. Hi. What does it say? You're taking any questions? I always am. Greetings. Please may you pull one card for me. I'm going on a trip this evening. I will. Sure. That's easy enough. But I can't pull it from here. Ooh, look, the Kundalini is next. Ooh. Metatron, when I got into this, I had no idea what the fuck I was in. Yeah, it all makes sense now, but it took months of understanding this fucking language in my head. You guys are trying to, whatever. Don't plan things out. Give me a second. I'm gonna find a good card for you. Which one should I give up? I guess we'll give it to everyone. Why? Because why are you so special? Okay, I'll give you a special card for yourself. I'm trying to be done. It's 107. Fine. One card for the person. Let's give him an oracle. For the person that asked. Really? I don't mind. I'm not doing shit. Don't ask me something stupid. You know what I mean? If you ask me to pull a card, then that comes straight from God. I can do that. I can do that. That's all I do here. And I'm completely out of this. This has to do with you and God, which it always does, but I want to shuffle and see if any will fall out. Otherwise, I'm going to take the top one. That's how I work it. Work it. Nope, I'm filling the bottom one. This is for you, whoever asked. Why do you get that? If you said you're going out tonight, then take a nap before you go. And I don't know how old you are, but I'm telling you, if I have plans tonight, I really need to rest. I'm not going to get ready until later. And taking a nap doesn't mean necessarily that you're old or anything. It means the dream world wants to talk to you before you go out on your date. Really? They connect to me all day. They'll put me to sleep all day. I'm like, I will get all ready, and they're like, here, come take a nap. Really? And because you don't have the visuals, whoever you are, which is like me, I do the dreaming. I access the dream world, which is the astral world, which is the etherical world, where all of the spirits can talk to you. You can't do that in the day, but you can do it at night. Set yourself an alarm. Don't sleep more than an hour. I would say 45 minutes. Why? Because you'll enter it and you'll pull yourself out of it real fast. Really? Don't put yourself on a 45-minute before your date. Do this in the middle of the day and see what happens. That's what I'm getting out of this. Really? You could be exhausted too. If you're trying to cram a date after work, then tell them you need some time to relax. Really, you need some time. Otherwise, you're gonna crash on the date, and that's just true, bro. I've been going all day. I've been up since 6 o'clock. If you could give me just some time to pull my energy together, I will be a beautiful date. But I don't think I'll be so beautiful if I don't rest for a few minutes. And that's just being honest. The date is gonna kill you. Really, that's for you. For the rest of us, maybe you too. Really, I mean, what's wrong with it now? That's funny, but that's what I think. That's what I got out of it. They're trying to tell you something. They might want to talk to you. Maybe you want some clues. They're going to tell you something about your date. Really? I don't want to know. Where are we at? Oh, shit. Justice. Well, at least we got out of fucking Wheel of Fortune. All right. I'm going to leave those there. We're going to watch those play out. Where are we? The Seven of Swords? Ooh. Boundaries and justice. We're in our swords, which is in our minds. Really? I'm not going to read these right now. No? Mm-mm. That's going to be our energy. I'll show you how this plays out. And that's what I want to say is my life isn't easy. I just go with the flow. And that's what, ask tree. That's not so easy for a person like me that wants to control everything and do what I want. And I think I have plans and intentions and I rule the world. Sound like someone you know. Wolfman, it's funny because you replaced rust as energy. What does that mean? Unfiltered, you give me a Russ fill, and I've said this for a long time, which means I've outgrown Russ and I'm facing a new challenge, a new devil, which is perfect. I said this. We went from Lucifer to fucking Hades. Lovely. Really? Wow. In some way or another, I'm evolving in my relationship status. Going back to this, you are the thorn in my flesh, which just means that you're pushing me into levels that I haven't seen or faced before. And as I do this, these are your fucking levels equally. These are not something that I could have healed with Russ because he doesn't have these problems. This isn't something I could have healed with someone else because he doesn't have these problems. Right? Your problems are my problems. But they're ultimately, after I take care of this, these are your problems, buddy. Really? And that's how this mirror works. I'll stand in front of the mirror, as irritating as it is, and look into you to see what's that has to do with me. But I don't think you're looking in the mirror at all. And that goes back to you're inspiring me to go into another deeper teaching, a deeper teaching. You're inspiring me to go harder, to explain. And mostly it's for someone like you. Even though I want people to hear this, this is for you. I have been coaching you and correcting you and fighting you this whole way through. You're like the worst student I've ever got. And as I look at that, I was like, I felt really terrible to be a student in the class of, of the gods. Because I'm like, damn, I'm sorry, I can't just get this shit. I'm really trying. I just don't understand what you're trying to relay to me. And I feel the same way as looking at you, as you're really just not getting it. And I'm trying really hard to help you understand that it's not, you need to lose your ego, bro. Your whole mind. You're going to lose your mind, which in essence is your life, because your life is determined by the way that you think. You're going to lose this only to find who you really are. And that's why, you're going to have to lose control. You're going to have to surrender control if you want this. There is no other way, bro. But I can teach other people. And that's where it is. If you want to be arrogant and try to find another way, you're welcome. You're very much Lilith at this. No, I don't need no help. I can figure it out on myself. No, I got this. I got this. I got this. Until you're on your fucking knees asking God to help. And he was always there like, well, I told you I could help you. If you don't want to fucking tie your shoes, you want to spend the rest of your fucking life trying to figure out how to tie your shoes instead of letting God tie your shoes for you, then go fuck yourself. That's fine. That's the rebellion. That's what I'm made of. But ultimately, that's where I'm at with you, and I want you to be fully aware of it. The more I heal this, the more I will have, this is what's going to happen. And I know how this happens. The more I heal this between us, which is, it's not us. Oh, it's me. A piece of me has been that you harness. You have a piece of Lilith in you, and it has been activated, and it is screaming from inside of you that draws me to you, which is your really unhealed fucking behaviors. And when I get to it, let me sit down for this. When I get there to you, I am get overgiven. I'm overflooded with this energy to give you love. And I'm looking at you like, ugh, really? Yes. Now, when I get to the point where I can look past your unhealed ways and heal them within myself, I am filled with nothing but love and admiration for you because you are nothing but me. And I can see that later. We're working towards that, whether you understand that or not. But if you don't do this same work, I will be repulsed by you because I was repulsed by you to begin with. Really? The behaviors. Everybody's repulsed by fucking Kanye West until you realize where he's coming from. And then you have respect for Britney Spears, for Kanye West, for fucking, you know what I mean? You understand um, Justin Bieber a whole lot more. When you've dealt with it in yourself, you have a lot more compassion, understanding, forgiveness, love, and consideration for somebody that is suffering through something you barely made it through yourself. Now, again, I wouldn't even know that this is a problem in my life until I recognize how big of a problem it is in your life. Through you, I will recognize it and fix this problem in my life and hopes that you recognize and fix it in yours. Are you working on your love life? Happy Valentine's Day on that one. Realistically, I just want to point this out. I know how this thing works. I'm doing my best. And that's why it works for me. And this isn't easy. Going against my mind. I'm losing my mind to walk free in the spirit. You guys hate that I have a free spirit, but you don't want to go through the fucking, you know what I mean? The fucked up part of your mind. You don't want to lose your mind. You don't want to lose control. You don't want to lose face. You don't want to lose your pride. You don't want nobody to think bad of you because you're out there living free. Well, then live in purgatory. Really? Yeah. It's not easy. It's so simplistic. It's in all these books, but that's why nobody ever did it. They never really did what they said in these books. They never took it serious. Who did? I read the Bible for all my life. I never took it that serious where I literally applied it. Like, here comes 40 days of fasting. Hey, wait a minute. I'm like the only person in the world doing this. You're also the only person in the world that can talk to God. Go figure. Fair enough. I'm not doing something that can't be done. If God gave Jesus the strength to make it through 40 days, he can give me the strength. Yeah, I'll face the same temptations as Jesus, but I'll also face the same, you know what I mean, rewards. Really? And that's why we walk in the Christ consciousness. We walk in his thoughts, his feelings, his beliefs. Why? Because his was better than ours. He had a way of, you know what I mean, compassion. And that goes back to Buddha. They're never going to, no, they're not the type. God didn't even make them that way. It's like fucking Lewis. I'll try my whole life. I don't think he'll ever call me a bitch. I don't think I'll ever get revenge or anger out of that man. Really? Mm-mm. That's not a bad thing. It just means that we're so different. Going back to Ellie. I think Ellie would ever hurt somebody or curse at them or ever cut someone off or flip someone off. It's just not that guy. Hey, you know what they say about those guys, Lewis? Good guys finish last. That was a good one. Ellie, I'm just saying, whatever. Just live your life. I gotta put all my books and stuff away, and I'm gonna go. It took all my energy. Come on, God. I want to do a bunch of great things with this life. I've got great things, great works for your life. Really, I hope it works. Right now, I'm burnt out. I'm gonna have a breakfast, and hopefully, he'll give me some energy to go do some of this shit. I do need to go over and do this shit, but that's what it is. It's dragging on purpose. Really, I like everything to be done. Then what? Then there's nothing to do. So that's kind of boring, don't you think? We always want things to be done. No, things are never done, because then life would be done. That's what Kobe said. It's not done till it's time to die. After everything's done, then what the fuck do we have to live for? Do the work and then we're done. Really? They said a long time ago that if I finished early, I could get out of here sooner. But they also explained that, that'll cut my time and I'm going to miss it, is what they're saying. I guess. If you put all the lifetimes together and nothing is left but good thoughts and good feelings, no more regrets, no more left, you know what I mean, unresolved business, no more nothing, then I guess at that point you really do miss it. Oh. It's more like, I'm back. Just kidding. Hey, love yous. We'll check on that laters. Okay? Laters, haters.